Hello, welcome back to Breakfast Central. It's now time for us to look at the newspaper headlines. And joining us to do this this morning is Mr. Theophilus Akatugba, Public Affairs Analyst. We haven't, I don't think, maybe I was on leave, but I've not seen you in a while. Yeah, so
yes,
it's good to have you back.
I thought I've been left in the cold, but I didn't.
No. Viewers have been asking after you. Who are we? So where is that man?
Good to be back, but I've
by popular demand.
You gave me a little time. I've been busy as well. So each time I say I'm supposed
and a lot of things have happened while you were away. So let's get straight into it. Please, can we have the front page of the Punch newspaper up as we begin what we came here to do? Yes, insecurity. Federal government approves 94,000 new enlistments into various security agencies. We also have EFCC arraigns ex-Labour Minister Ngige today. If you want to know why, buy a copy of the Punch newspapers. Labour Party rules out automatic ticket for Obi. That's an interesting one. And Oshomole Ndume lock horns over Omokri's nomination. South governors, PDP mourn Bayelsa deputy governor's death. Very sad one there. And ex-AGF Malami spends fortnight with EFCC. For those that say the EFCC is not working and goes after Yahoo boys, the ex-AGF is in EFCC custody and the EFCC is going to arraign an ex-Labour minister today. Oyinlola blames Tinubu for PDP crisis. Local refining boom slashes petrol imports by 6 trillion naira. Fuba pushing rivers towards fresh crisis, says Martin Amewule. And I believe that's a good place to start this conversation. We'll get back to the insecurity. No, let's start with the insecurity. I'll let my colleagues pick up on River State. 94,000 new enlistments.
This is some news that is good if it is done properly. It's been long overdue that we need to boost the numbers of our security forces. You can't have a country that is growing in the way we are growing, and you have your security forces depleting or not growing in the same proportion to provide adequate cover. In many countries of the world, we say that the entire place is well policed. Well, Nigeria is under police.
Some will argue that it's not about the quantities, the quality of the police,
no, you see,
the welfare, the equipment.
We have a very vast expanse of land and a large number of people. So you also need men before you look at the equipment. No matter the technology you are going to deploy, if you need a policeman in a place and the travel time to arrive there is longer, you give room for the criminals to perpetrate their act and go, gleefully, the way we see them do in the north. Yeah. They normally come to overrun our men. When you are just about 30 at a military post and you hear that the insurgents are coming with bike, 400, how many of them will you kill before they get to you? So we need to be, this is good, but you see, it is not the intention, the policy, or the action government intend to take in Nigeria that is the issue. We have enough of that. It's the implementation, the execution. Because these men you are going to enlist, you will train them before they will be onboarded. The training process, that's why you see the president declared state of emergency in the training institutions. Because what will you get from a very poorly trained person? Demotivated, dehumanized before he becomes a policeman. He will unleash that dehumanized. He will dehumanize anyone he comes across because he is a dehumanized, wounded human being. So my hope is that enlistment is done nicely, done without rancor. We don't want to see our people have a stampede at a stadium and kill our young ones who want to just, it happened in Ghana. They wanted to enlist people into the military. And there was a stampede and many people died.
Sad.
Yes.
It happened in Nigeria. Senator Abamoro was Minister of Interior.
Wanted to enlist into immigration or so.
Yes.
This one is just a recent development in Ghana. So crowd control and management in the process should be good enough so that we don't have.
In all the services, where should the chunk of the personnel go to?
For me, I feel should be the police. Because Nigeria, we don't have so much external aggression. Apart from this Boko Haram menace that mostly is a collaboration between internal forces and the foreign. The foreign ones do not invade us. They live among us they have become part of us because their culture, they have a cultural affinity with a part of this country. So you might not know a Nigerian, a Chadian, when you see them in the north. They have such homogeneity that you think that they are northerners. When I went to Nigeria, I thought I was in Nigeria. There was no difference. The kind of celebration, the kind of things they do in Nigeria, they're actually Nigerians. But they see themselves as Nigerians. They speak Hausa language. They dress the same way. Their culture is aligned apart from. So this is the difficulty in cracking Boko Haram, because every time you see them walk through the borders, go through the Nigerian border with all these Islamic countries, Niger, Chad, you see that it's just a free flow.
That's why they are Nigerians and we are Nigerians. And the only difference really in the alphabet is letter A in ours and letter E in theirs.
Yes,
but you say that you think the bulk of the recruitment should go to the police.
Yes.
What are your thoughts as well about the recent wave of withdrawing VIPs, security detail from VIP?
I thought that is one of the best decisions that this president has taken. I think he took it because when you see a lackadaisical attitude of even the people you work with, because they have a sense of security for themselves, and they do not care, because if you are traveling, you have the complement of security men following you. You really don't bother about another person shouting insecurity. In fact, you will say the country is secured. So when he pulled it out and took them that way, those men have become docile and they have become domesticated and underutilized. And my hope is that they will not even run away because they are not used to combat, to facing an opponent. So I hope absolutely school runs, running errands, and having good word in their pocket. Because on a daily basis, they get good grip and they drive in Porsche cars. AC. Now they are taking them to the theater of conflict.
You know, take them to where they will be inside van that has no AC.
Are you sure they will not resign? They need to go for debriefing sessions. No, they need to go for debriefing sessions and reacclimatization.
But are you sure they will not resign?
The life they've been used to is completely different.
No, the army has stopped anybody from retiring. I hope you know that.
Oh yes,
right?
they put a post.
They put up a post. Nobody, you cannot retire.
Fantastic.
Even if you've reached your retirement, stay
fantastic.
By force.
That's what you call to set Nigeria is by force.
Yes, for military men, that is their creed. That's what they signed on to. They have signed that they are here to give their lives for us. That's why we respect them. That's why I personally have a lot of awe for a military man. I see him as a unique human being. Anyone who is in the military,
ready to pay the ultimate sacrifice.
Your people, your family endorsed it. That you are no longer for them. You are a property of the state. So we respect them. That's why when they come to take power, it's the worst aberration upon the people. You can't seize power when you are not supposed to be in ultimate power.
You're not even trained to do that.
Correct. So I'm happy at what happened in just the
Benin Republic.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay, so before we move away from this to the next paper, two more questions regarding the judges who are decrying the withdrawal of military personnel, of security detail, because a number of these judges are politically exposed persons. Maybe not politically
even
exposed.
Even a senator.
Just even
the
being
nature
able
of
to,
the judge of exactly.
Yeah, I shared an incident because I have a friend who's a judge and once shared with me how she was somewhere and she recognized someone recognized her there and said, "I know you. You're the judge that gave a judgment against my father." So, what are your thoughts about that, as well as the likelihood of forest guards being armed?
Okay, for the judges, I think the president must make a special provision. They might find another way so that it doesn't look like some people are protected, others are not. The judges need protection, whatever kind of protection that must be arranged, because they are indeed exposed. And it's quite dangerous for a judge to be found in a defenseless position by someone who has harbored grudges or pain as a result of a judgment that judge might have given in the past. So government must do something. For senators, for politicians, I do not think they should have personal guard in a time of so much insecurity that has festered for this long without solution.
I mean, these are elected.
Yeah, they are elected. They should create an environment where they are just as safe as we are.
So Godswill Akpabio should just be driving in.
He should drive himself even, not chauffeur driven, as we find in many other climes. You see, if you create, what are we afraid of? Insecurity, because we have not taken care of our citizens. If you take care of your people and a country is well run, there's hope. What is the meaning? People are hopeless. People become hopeless when a young man wakes up and says, okay, I have no money. Where do I go to get the money? Is there a place I can go get jobs? Is there a website I can put my name and I will see jobs showing up? We have not created that kind of hope. And the average Nigerian young man is living a hopeless life that he is easily drawn to crime. And then this is what you see in the north, when you've created such a huge population of hopeless people who religion has kept for long, in quietness. And they can now see that life is ebbing away. And they know that they can react. And they've tested it that when you catch and you abduct somebody and keep it in one room, you can get millions. It becomes a huge industry.
Okay, let's now move to another paper. But we have a call from Abuja. Good morning. Thank you very much for calling. Please go ahead with your comment.
Yeah, Mr. Abori.
Hello? Abori, yes, please. We can hear you. Please go ahead. Yes.
I want to just more question and do more contribution. Let me start with the contribution. The problem of the security is that they take bribe and took people, and they see the security as if like a place to go and work and collect salary and go to the house. That's why I see many people are not serious. I know some people around my area, civil defense, even to hold a toy gun, they are afraid. They can't hold it. So such people, if they say they want to try and start to take bribe from them to employ them, how can we be secure? And the question I want to ask now, the man that is there with you people, let him look like this US, France, UK, all those foreign countries. The way police secure our politicians here, is that the same way they secure them in that place, or they depend on the public security, or they too have their own personal security? That's my question.
Thank you.
That's a question. Very, like I said, you will need a lot more security if you create an environment of insecurity. If that is what you have developed over the years, if you don't allow society to develop in a manner that even the people develop alongside of it and they get the full benefit of being citizens. So that's why when you ask the question,
I don't think they developed
we have developed.
They lack the capacity to deal with the underlying factors.
No, they didn't lack it.
Governance.
It didn't happen at once. What we have now is we are reaping what we have sown over the years. Insecurity did not chance on Nigeria overnight. If cities are developing and the human capital is not developing, they will become a terror to the state and to everybody else. So what I'm saying is that what we need to begin to talk about is not just about securing ourselves. It's about solving why we have go to the root cause and dismantle it. If you don't do that, you will need more men, more soldiers, more police. And in crimes like the UK and all of them, in the UK, so gun is not allowed to be free-flowing. You don't have people with guns. Even the police don't have guns most times. And they use batting. So if you get to that stage, we have lost that. We used to be like that when Nigerian police were carrying
the area boys now and whistle.
There was a time that our banks were just guarded by just crossing something. Even till tomorrow, societies that are close to us, Benin Republic and Ghana.
Let's take this call. We'll get back to all this question on forest guards. Oluwatunsin, good morning to you.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning.
You guys are doing well. You are doing great. My contribution to my advice to Nigeria government is that I want Nigeria government to recruit more police. But if they want to recruit, for instance, let's use Lagos as an instance. Recruit Lagos, recruit any police you recruit that is from Yoruba land and is from Lagos State. Let them stay in Lagos. If you recruit any police from Ondo State, let them stay in Ondo State. If you recruit police from Makurdi, that's Benue, let them stay in their state. Are you getting me? If you recruit from Kano, let them stay in Kano. So they should not bring someone from Kano
to Port Harcourt. You know, that is what is causing conviction everywhere and corruption in our police, in our force system. If you recruit, anywhere you recruit, let them stay in their various states. You should not transfer them to Lagos or Lagos to Maiduguri. They should stay in their state. That is number one. That's my number one advice. And the politicians, the people in National Assembly, they are not doing well. They are not doing their job. They are just there for money, to make money. They are there for themselves. That's the way I see it. They are not there for the citizens. There's a lot of insecurity everywhere. Even in my area in Abuja, we provide security for ourselves. We pay for every dam every month. No, if you call police to come, police will tell you they don't have fuel, they don't have money, they don't have this. They will be demanding, and their work is not effective. So we provide everything for ourselves. So what are they doing in the National Assembly? They are sharing money. It is unfair. So that is my contribution.
Thank you very much for your contribution. I really want us to go to another paper, but let's get your quick reactions to this.
Yes, sir. The point about recruiting police and letting them stay in their locality defeats the very purpose of the Nigerian police force. You can't, if you do that, over time you see a policeman is only used to Lagos, then who becomes the IGP? He comes with a very narrow view of the nation. So you need to move police around. It gives them the opportunity to understand the dynamics of the country. They learn on the job, they grow on the job.
And moving around, would it be still under the umbrella of state police?
No, state police will recruit their citizens. But we're talking about the national police force, the Nigerian police force.
Like the FBI.
You can't recruit somebody and say he must stay in his locality. Then it's easy to be a Nigerian police.
So maybe what he was trying to suggest was state police.
Well, he didn't mention state police. He was suggesting what the federal government should be doing. So that will not work for the Nigerian police force.
Yeah,
the other point...
But local intelligence is important too.
What is intelligence? When people volunteer information. Kidnapping and all this banditry is not popular in the South because we talk, we volunteer. The Northerners, they'll condone them. So when they condone them, they see them around them and they see them as their brothers or they are of the same faith. They won't betray them. Or the code of Islam that says you can't lie against somebody or don't bear false witness. So you don't have great evidence. You don't want to say, because according to the religious code of even Christianity is that don't say what you are not sure of, because what you say might lead to the death of another. So they keep to these codes and they leave them until they harm them.
Okay. And forest guards?
Forest guards need to be armed because that is a very tough and dangerous undertaking. Many of the kidnappers, they are domiciled in the forest. They take their kidnappers
in the forest
before they get them to wherever they were. A friend of mine was kidnapped on the Benin Road. No, not recently.
Okay, all right.
But he told me the story how they kept walking. There was no moment of respite. All of the days it was keep moving in the deep forest, and it was a terrible experience.
I can only imagine.
And all of that. So the point is that forest guards, you can't recruit forest guards and make them armless. If they go there, they will be distinguished. They will be extinguished.
Let's hear from Harrison calling from Benue State. Good morning, Harrison.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for calling. Please go ahead.
Yes, like the issue of the policing. I felt policing in Nigeria is underfunded. Underfunded in the sense that when you go to a police station today, you have a case of kidnapping, you have a case of emergency. The only thing the police will tell you, they don't have fuel in their car. And if you look at even the car the police they are using, it's very, very rickety. And at the end of the day, you look frustrated. After the operation might have ended, after 1 hour of calling the emergency number of the police, before they will now come and they begin to ask you a stupid question. So I look at it that security, we know security is everybody's business, but government have to look into it. The DPO today, they are only just there for themselves and for themselves alone. What the boys can bring from outside is what the DPO is after. So if government can look at it and then redraw the architecture of a police, I think it will help us as Nigerians. I was opportune to visit Cotonou some few years back. In that very place, once you are coming like this, they will just blow whistle. You stop, you make a check, you will go. No harassment, no nothing. As small as Cotonou, well organized. Why can't that be duplicated in Nigeria? So, police, they should look into the welfare of Nigeria police. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Harrison.
That point is so apt. Underfunding is a big issue. And the DPOs, they survive by sheer brute force. They find a way to make a day in the police station is a gruesome day for the DPO. And so what they resort to doing is you bring your case, then you facilitate the process. So they charge those who are wounded, and then the person goes home with a bitter taste in his mouth. In fact, the Nigerian, the injured is the one that spends money after being injured to go and look for those who injure him. So that's a great injustice done to the Nigerian citizen. Something has to be done. You don't recruit 90-something thousand, underpay them because some of their salaries can't take them halfway home. The Nigerian policeman is a miserable fellow in terms of his take-home pay.
So they need to look holistically at the welfare.
I said to you, when President Buhari came and said we want to fight corruption, like I always say, you can't fight corruption if you don't deal with the police, the judiciary, and the media. These are the three people that can save Nigeria.
Okay, let's take a call from Delta. Dr. Prince, good morning. Thank you for calling. Please go ahead.
Good morning. God bless you. I really need to appreciate your program this morning because you people are doing very well.
Much.
You're doing very, very, very well. Your station is the next best station that I do watch all the time.
Thank you very much. To it being the best station that you watch, not next best.
Yes.
That is your contribution.
The police issues. There is no how you can talk about the problem of this country without mentioning police. One, even a child hears about Nigerian police, they become angry that those are enemies. They see Nigerian police as an enemy. Why? Because of the way the system is bastardized. The system has been bastardized. A police is supposed to be a friend. When you are driving on the way, when you see a policeman, your heart will be skipping. Even when everything is intact, they want to find a way of humiliating you. So they might not be all, but I mean, the good percentage of Nigerian police are not friendly. So when they talk of Nigerian police, to us they are enemies. Now, if you want to recruit policemen, somebody was saying that they should recruit police and everybody should be, locally stationed. No. Like what my brother just said, it's not going to be the best. You can't just recruit a police in Lagos State and then rigid him to be a police station in Lagos State. No. It doesn't take anything for us to get at least 5 million policemen in Nigeria. We are less than 500,000 policemen, and we are more than 230 million citizens. So what are you policing? Who are you policing? So when we talk about Nigeria, should wake up about policing Nigeria. That is one. Then in the area of Nigerian senators, those are another set of enemies. They are not there for Nigerians. They are there for themselves, and those are the issues we are having in the system. How can you send a representative instead of representing you, representing himself and his family alone? Now, the withdrawal of these police, the VIP's police, they are afraid because they are enemies. They are afraid. They can't come to the village. They can't go to their village because they are enemies to even their own brother. So we need to wake up in this system. The senators are not friendly. National assemblies are not friendly. When they get there, they forget about the masses. So they are afraid. They are seriously afraid. May God bless you people. Nigerian issue is not what they talk about.
Very much.
Fantastic. I think that a senator should be friendly with his people. It's sad to hear that some are not. I know a lot of them are doing their best. This withdrawal is not an attack on them. I don't think that's the intention. The intention is for everybody to wake up. I can't feel more secure than the other citizens. We are all citizens of this country. If the country is not generally secured, I don't have a police escort, you don't have. The other man too should not have because I elected him to
But they're
represent.
politically exposed.
What is good for the senator is good for the
exposed persons.
So they should see it. Yeah, sorry.
Don't they deserve some level of cover?
No,
by the state?
they are as much as covered by even the facilities they have. They have the best of cars, they have bulletproof cars. So much has also been provided. The NSCDC is also there. So you see, they should find ways. They can even get personal bodyguards at their own expense, not at the expense of the state.
Personal bodyguards,
yes.
are they armed?
No, they don't need to be armed. They just need to be able to be there to create a sense of security. Most times the police that are with them, even the ammunition in the gun,
those senators in the northwest and northeast, they'll tell you that they need to be armed. Because the level of threat, the threat level is different.
I agree. That's why the president said, because of the nature of your job, if you have a certain assignment or a certain travel, some arrangement can be made. But you won't have one person beat you day and night, 24/7. No. But if you want to make a trip, you can make an arrangement.
Okay. I want us to quickly move to another story, and then we'll play a few videos. On the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, reps ask federal government to prioritize forex allocation to airline operators. Call for 50% reduction in cost of tickets during Yuletide. Awujale throne. Fushengboa ruling house, disown Kwamwon. Ha. You are not one of us, family says. Dangote unveils 1 trillion naira scholarship scheme for 1.3 million Nigerian students. Enugu government earmarks 10 billion naira for phase 1 of the 135.4 kilometer rail project. Catholic priest tells court how terrorists bombed our church. PDP Ogun Adamawa governors mourn as Bayelsa deputy governor dies. This was a really sad story to discover. May he so rest in peace, and may those who mourn be comforted. Oshomole Ndume clash. As Senate screens Reno Omokri, others ambassadorial nominees enjoy bow and go privilege. Let's share with you some of the clips from the screenings of our ambassadorial nominees, and then we'll come back to have Mr. Akatugba speak on that.
Senator Ndume, are you opposed to Omokri's nomination? No. Senator Shomole, are you opposed to the nomination?
I have recorded it over and over 100%.
So you're on the same page?
You're on the same page. I say another to put the question.
The Secretary colleagues, a motion has been moved and seconded. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay.
Nominees before us are career ambassadors and ambassadors before, and also the last among the nominees, Reno, is somebody that I personally know for the past 25 years, can vouch for his character. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I again want to move that these nominees take a bow and go. I so move.
Okay, let's get your thoughts.
Well, my thoughts about the screening of the nominees, I feel they should have done a little more, ask some more questions, but Reno has been championing himself as a very good ambassador of this country. And so sometimes I felt he got a hint that this is a position that might be coming for him, and he activated that part of his work in a manner that you can no longer deny him of qualification to be a representation of our country. The arguments back and forth are just normal parliamentary processes, and I think that those who wanted to ask some questions and those who didn't, those who want to ask, they lost the plot, because those who felt they should take a bow and go. Reno had worked in government already before, and so they said they are extending privileges to those they already know. So you can't question them on that. That's their processes.
But why should they even get those privileges?
Well, because if you see you've served before, and there's nothing in the recent past that have tarnished or tainted your record, why do you have to put such a person through the vigor of questioning? You must give privileges to people.
But doesn't that then, and I say this because I've seen a number of the reactions online, people who have criticized the bow and go, they want to hear, right? They want to hear that. And even a number of us, before we came to News Central Television, we had experience in media. This was not our first media house.
Of course.
But when I came here, I was made to do a screen test.
Yes.
But where you are coming from, is it as great as New Central? That's the issue.
So apart from that, you're also coming to another. It's like if Renault goes before another parliament, another nation, it will be questioned. But this is still within. Assuming you are taking an elevation from your position.
Renault has not served as an ambassador.
Not in the position of ambassador, but you are serving government at any capacity.
It's the same way I had worked in media.
No, but
in
not,
a different
you serve in government.
If you serve in New Central now, you want to elevate to a bigger position. New Central might not be so tough in questioning because they've known you within the organization and they're giving you a higher position. So for this role, they've seen him, they've seen his work, they've seen him in government with Jonathan. A lot of them are PDP members. So he is also a friend.
How about the moral aspect of his character? You know, saying something today and then switching tomorrow.
I mean, he's somebody who
there is no one in government that is guiltless of that. A lot of them have said something before that turned out to be completely
But the
false.
level of, of the things he said, the denigration
even
of
global
Mr.
leaders,
President.
Then before now, okay,
Yes,
well, that was political. You know, in political arguments, they say that all is fair until you get into office.
So no permanent friend.
You see, the British BBC found wanting for doctoring an interview also. They are not political. It's a news media that went into politics. So it happens.
Okay. My final question regarding the Bow and Go system. Do you think that privilege should also extend to the cabinet members when they're being screened for ministerial positions?
No, because you see, for ministerial position, it's a very sensitive and strategic office where you dispense the president's vision within the ministry.
And execute.
And if you don't understand what you are about, how do you implement? You know, the other time we had a short argument out of the station where we talked about the minister of, and you know, I lost the plot. You won. That the new guy is loved by people and all of. But I didn't. Was he not Minister of State? Was he the full Minister of Defense? Matawali.
Minister of State for Defense.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. So, but the minister himself is the one that resigned.
Exactly.
So Matawali is still in office.
He's still there.
Right.
Although there are calls that he should also follow
out.
suit because it's like a duplicity.
Yeah.
You're duplicating the same responsibility.
People are very excited, but I'm not as excited as everyone.
Why?
Now, you know, it is easier to be a military man than a civilian that runs a military establishment. This same man who knows it all, you will see the kind of loggerheads we have with them. Then we see him as somebody trying to spoil their gari in the Nigerian
he's freshly retired, so he knows. I mean,
the fact that he knows
he worked with a lot of them.
It's not in favor of those in the office now. That will be the conflict. You were there, you had your good time. You will see what
it can escalate to Mr. President.
You see that office becomes, they will even do everything to undermine him and avoid it. Because I know our system, people are too commercialized. The people who have entered the office now know that the privileges of that office, they need to enjoy it to the fullest. And if you have come and you have used the back door to get back into ministry, this is Nigeria. This is how they have always been running the country. That's why Nigerian citizens tell you we are not getting the benefit of the country. Because everyone is trading with his position and trying to make the best out of it.
Okay. I wanted us to take that story about IKEDC on the front page of the Vanguard.
Which one?
FCCPC seals IKEDC office over violation
I think the details are
of customers' rights. So the FCCP's Director of Surveillance and Investigation, Bola Adeyinka, explained that the action was taken under the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018 following repeated attempts to resolve the matter. Sealing the facility is a proportionate enforcement measure taken only after repeated engagement and several opportunities for voluntary compliance, he said. And he added that the seal will remain in place until Ikeja Electric complies fully with the directives issued by both NERC and FCCPC and provides written evidence of that compliance.
But if they sealed it, as they have sealed it, the customer won't have light now. So who is...
No, they seal the administrative office. so that they don't have an office to go and even have the time to approve the disconnections. So
they should also seal the ladder that they used to, that they used to cut lights.
I have, the position of the IKEDC is such that you are the only person, you are a monopolist, and sometimes you have challenges with them, you are just at the receiving end. It's either you accept what they have told you, or you bear the pain for as long as you are in conflict with them.
Grid.
So the ICPC should be harder on them. They should ensure that the rules are implemented, because the National Electricity Regulatory Commission, right?
Yeah.
There are policies. Sometimes you are not supposed to disconnect someone on Friday. Are they keeping to these rules? If somebody is in default and you want to disconnect, you have to do it early in the week, not a Friday.
Then finally, Mr.
So all of these things, let's hope that they hold them to it.
Big story here. Fuba pushing Rivers towards fresh crisis. I mean, this is a man that was suspended for 6 months.
Back and forth.
You think he's sobered up, that things should be okay. Is also...
While you're talking, sorry, I just want to cue, if we can have that video.
Yes, please.
They're both videos. I don't know. We have one from yesterday. Fubara saying that he's open during the...
And Amewule's video too.
So whichever one we can play out.
Juxtapose.
Just it's a story that it's hot. It's fresh. But we shouldn't be too excited. We're excited when the old drama was going on. Everybody was like...
My first thought was that...
He's defected now. Does that change anything?
The big problem with the Rivers State, political scene is Fubara.
You think he's the problem?
He doesn't have the talent of public speaking. And so when he comes out, he doesn't represent himself
as not an orator.
Yes, he's somebody who is a behind the scene man. So when he's put in the public space to express himself about the thought of his heart, they really come out in a manner that tend to reduce the status of his office.
And now
maybe that's why he's using music. Exactly. To express himself.
That is what I thought.
It would be nice to have that.
He should not have said anything.
Yeah.
He should not have responded. He should just say there is no problem. We are in good. He should not go into that explanation. I want to meet with them yesterday.
And it's that explanation that has elicited this response from Amewule. Saying he told lies.
They said he's spending without passing through the house.
But as journalists, someone claims it's raining, you say it's not raining.
Let's listen to this.
Journalists need to go outside and find out if it's raining.
Let's listen
So
very quickly.
we can't tell who's lying.
Personally, do not have any disagreement or any anger anywhere with my members of the National Assembly, even that of the state here. Mr. Speaker, leadership of the House and other members, I have made every effort to meet with you. I'm just waiting for that meeting to be fixed. The understanding that we have is that they are going to arrange a meeting. So whoever is saying that I refuse to meet you, or there is an arrangement that was presented to me and I said I'm not going to do it, it is...
The governor has not come to us to tell us to present the budget of the state. He hasn't. In 2024, he spent with that appropriation law. In 2025, he was spending. Emergency rule was declared. Even after the emergency rule, we discussed with him in the meeting, saying, look, bring your budget so that we can take care of all you.
Resist the urge to shalaye, like they say on social media. I think he has lost the plot in terms of coming out to defend himself. When he was fighting then, it was hot. Now he has decided to explore political means to say you should better relax and
absolutely.
Because he has explored.
Let us
how do we know who's telling the truth?
We will know by next week Monday when we come back on Breakfast.
That's a good one.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. On this note, we end the show. Have a fantastic weekend, by the way. Thank you, Mr. Theophilus Akatugba. Thank you for being here. Her name is Olive Benga. My name is Johansen. Jasiri is up next. Please don't listen to what Benga is about to say. He would not say anything that's of interest. Bye-bye.